This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's a gala coming up for an organization that's been helping people in Northeast Pennsylvania for over 100 years. Learn more about it all next. Welcome to FYI on SSPTV, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Ken Karolisa Sugart, and Janine Mazurkevich will be joining me on FYI tonight. Congressman Lou Barletta is hoping that the third time is the charm. Today he announced that he is reintroducing legislation to protect volunteer firefighters.
And I say unfortunately because this is the third time that I'll be introducing this bill. Bob Timko, a volunteer firefighter.
Here, sir.
Bob Timko, a volunteer firefighter, approached me a couple of years ago to ask if I could help with an issue dealing with the volunteer firefighters and the Affordable Care Act. Apparently, the IRS code lists volunteer firefighters as employees for federal tax purposes.
The Protecting Volunteer Firefighters and Emergency Responders Act ensures that emergency service volunteers are not counted as full-time employees by the IRS under the employer mandate of Obamacare. Barletta says that would make them liable for crippling new health care costs. He made today's announcement at the Linglestown Fire Company No. 1 in Harrisburg. The search is underway for the next superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District. Current Superintendent Dr. Francis X. Antonelli announced that he will retire at the end of this school year. We talked with board member Bob Mahalik.
We're going to utilize the talents and experience of our HR director, Jackie McKell. She has been through the process several times. The board has also asked if I would help chair that committee, so we are going to do it in-house. We're going to advertise in all the statewide magazines that the typical searches use. We are going to put up a system that is going to have our screening scrutinized by each board member. We're going to form committees that will be consisting of our staff, our administrators, our student body, and the community in order for the interview process or the interviewees to go through. So it will not cost us money, but certainly it's going to be a lot of time. It's going to be an effort worthwhile, because obviously the next superintendent is someone that you know, we certainly want to be embedded and invested in our community.
The school board was criticized after it paid $20,000 to a consulting group to conduct a search 6 years ago. In the end, the board hired from within, naming Sam Marolo as the superintendent. Will two school districts merge in our area? Last night, the public had the chance to hear from the districts exploring the possibility, the Pottsville Area School District and the St. Clair Area School District. A feasibility study was posted last month on the websites of both districts. It offered two options, while 4 possible scenarios were presented to the approximately 400 people in attendance. Residents learned that the issue will not be put on the ballot and will be made by the two districts. Solicitors for both districts may draft a resolution that would then be voted on by both. If they approve, the matter would go before the State Department of Education. Hazleton Police, including the Special Operations Group and K-9 Unit, along with the Luzerne County Drug Task Force, conducted a raid yesterday. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, a warrant was executed on a unit in a row home at 410 West Spruce Street between North Locust and North James Streets. Officers took 3 men into custody as neighbors watched. One neighbor yelled, quote, "It's about time," unquote. A sign on a nearby home read, "Smile, you're on camera," referring to surveillance cameras that the neighbor had installed. One officer said one of the suspects attempted to flee from a second-floor window but was apprehended. Investigators searched the home, removing bags of evidence. Today marks the end of a 3-week period for obtaining signatures for the upcoming May primary election. The signatures are required to have a candidate's name put formally on the voting ballot. The number of signatures required does vary depending on the office that the candidate is seeking. This year's primary is May 19th. As the deadline for filing nomination petitions passes, the Hazelton Standard Speaker will take a look at who's running for Hazelton Area School Board. That story is in tomorrow's edition of the Standard Speaker. FYI and SSPTV have an invitation for all candidates whose names will appear on the primary election ballot. Candidates are invited to call us here at FYI to schedule an interview to tell our viewers why you are a candidate and briefly explain what you will do to improve the area. Primary election candidates can call our studios at 570-459-9813 extension 108 to schedule your interview. Speaking of elections, a local dog needs your vote as part of a nationwide contest. This is Buttons. This 3-year-old Shih Tzu is one of 8 finalists in the nationwide Books and Barks contest. This lovable therapy dog is owned by Phil and Lydia Latella. Mr. Latella is the principal of the Hazel Township Early Learning Center located in the former 9th grade center on the campus of the Hazelton Area High School. Kindergarten teacher Anne Franzosa nominated Buttons after the furry visitor had a positive impact on her class. Should Buttons be the top vote getter, the Early Learning Center would receive $1,000 for educational materials and the Hazelton Animal Shelter would get $500. But Buttons needs your vote to win. The Latellas are asking everyone to vote once a day for Buttons. You can go to the Hazelton Area School District announcements page on Facebook to vote, and FYI has also put the link on our Facebook page as well. The last day to vote is this Thursday. You are invited to a special gala all for a good cause. Lisa Sugart has the details.
A major fundraising event will take place next month, and it is all to benefit Family Services Association of Northeastern Pennsylvania. And to tell us about this big gala event, we have 2 people from the organization here with me today. First to my left is Michael Zimmerman, who is the Chief Executive Officer for Family Services Association of NEPA. And also with me is Teddy Janisoff. She is the gala chairperson. I'm going to start with you, Michael. For people who may not be familiar with it, what is Family Services Association of Northeastern Pennsylvania?
Well, we've been around for 120 years. Wow. The organization started in 1895, and we've grown through the years to go from sheltering animals and widows with children from the mining days to our current programs, which are focused primarily around counseling, trauma-focused counseling, evidence-based programs, some case management services, and then, of course, our signature program is our Helpline 211 service, which is available to anyone in 17 counties in Northeast PA for the resources that they need. It's an information referral and crisis access service.
But we're talking about a big fundraising event taking place next month. This is called the Where We Have Been and Where We Are Going Gala. That's a unique name, Teddy.
Well, we came up with the name because it's our 120th anniversary, and where we have been to where we're going. And we are expanding immensely in different counties. The gala will be held April 18th at the Hotel at Mohegan Sun Pocono, and it is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We will have a cocktail hour, and that starts at 6 p.m., where people can mingle and look at all of our silent auction items, and they can make new friends and talk with old friends. And from there on, we'll go to dinner, which the menu has been made specifically by the chefs at Mohegan for this event because we're spanning the 120 years. Music will be by Groove Train, and you can get up and dance. And there's also a live auction, and the live auction will take place during courses at dinner.
Sounds like a great time. So I truly hope that a lot of people will take advantage of this. Without this gala, you would not be able to provide the many services that are provided by your organization.
That's correct. You know, the nonprofit sector is always struggling to raise money for what it does. The money that is acquired through the special events that we do helps to offset some of our expenses because, as I said, the contracts are never enough, especially for the important work that's being done at Family Service Association.
All right. Well, this is a wonderful time to get out and have some fun because the cold weather hopefully will be over by then, and people are looking for a great excuse to get out and have a nice evening now. Thank you both for being here today. I hope that your event is a tremendous success, and if you need services, this is the place to call.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Let's move on to a blast from the past. How many of you remember Angela Park? The Barletta family operated the popular amusement park for 28 years before selling it in 1985. The park continued to operate until 1988, when then owner MythMaster Corporation of Chester County filed for bankruptcy. Today, if you drive by, you'll see signs of life on the property, now owned by New Age Development Company of Dunmore. PPL and UGI Corporation are both using part of the land to store construction materials. And here's one announcement for you before we go to break. The Greater Hazelton Lupus Support Group meeting set for tonight has been canceled. Their meeting next month is on. And on April 13th at 7 p.m. at the Bowl Arena in West Hazelton, Dr. Jimmy Diem from Hazelton Eye Specialist will be there, and he's going to talk about autoimmune diseases and the eyes. If you have any questions, you can call Cindy Donlin at 570-956-0072. Coming up on FYI, Kelly Kostaneski is here, a sports reporter from the Standard Speaker. She's going to talk about the PIAA Swimming and Diving Championships. And after this break, Janine Mazurkevich will introduce us to Ikera Emmons during her Care for Kids segments.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
We're back here at Brandon's Forever Home, located on Church Street in Hazelton, and there is life brought back to this home. We're hoping that this home can provide a lot of relief for children and young adults throughout Lower Luzerne County and the surrounding area. So we bring you this segment to really educate you on facts about Luzerne County children and youth and other agencies. Akira is with us. This is her first time here at Brandon's Forever Home. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us and tell us about your story.
You're welcome.
All right. So Akira, you went through Luzerne County Children and Youth, the agency. What was your perception? What was your experience?
They are here to help you and kind of help you get back to your family and know that there's somebody there for you to go to whenever you need help.
There might be a perception out there if someone isn't familiar with foster or adoption or using some of these services throughout the county that some negative comments might be made about some of the agencies. That's why we're having people like you on to really spread the good word of what these agencies do for someone like yourself. So specifically, how have they helped you?
They've gotten me back to my parents, and we've sort of connected with a different bond that we had before, and they help us understand that we're not alone by ourselves, where there's somebody else with us.
All right, so the agency is really looking not to take children away from their parents or from their families, but really try desperately to find those connections?
Yeah, they're trying to, if you need help, they're there for you. But if it's in a bad situation, they will help you get away from that.
And that's a good point to make. If there is any fear involved or safety issues involved with a child or with a young adult, they will step in and say, look, this is for the safety and the benefit of this child?
Yes.
Okay. So you recommend people using their services?
If it's necessary for them.
Okay. And it has helped you. So you have reunited with your family?
Yes, we're very happy.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. And every week we're sharing stories here at Brandon's Forever Home.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Who saw the picture on Facebook of the happy kid on a beach and it reads, "Meanwhile, it's 40 degrees in Pennsylvania." I got a kick out of it. I even got a kick out of today. The sun was missing, but I'm enjoying these warmer temperatures. And according to the National Weather Service, they will continue. Tonight, rain is likely, mainly before midnight. Our low will be around 37 degrees. On the extended forecast, Wednesday looks cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny. Our high near 45 degrees. At night, it'll be partly cloudy with a low around 26. On Thursday, sunny with a high near 41. Thursday night will be partly cloudy with a low of 25. Friday is mostly cloudy with a high near 41 right now. Friday night showers likely cloudy with a low around 33. Saturday, expect more rain. Our high will be 40 degrees. And on Saturday night, a chance of rain and snow showers, 40% chance. It's going to be cloudy with a low around 31. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency. They have 2 locations to serve you. One of them is on Sugarloaf Avenue in Cunningham. The other is on Broad Street in Nescapac. You can give them a call, 570-788-3543 and 570-752-7683.
Well, we all know it's been a very bitter cold winter, and we're here at Friedman Electric celebrating 80 years in business. We're back with Jerry Katina. And Jerry, we are telling people how they can save money, but also stay very warm this winter.
That is correct. We have a product called New Heat, very good product. It goes underneath the tile or pre-engineered floor. And basically what it does is it warms your tile. It also warms the entire room, which is very nice. They just came out with a brand new thermostat, a Signature Series thermostat that you could control from your iPhone. Everybody likes to control their stuff from their iPhone or their smartphone or their Droid. Comes in 120 volt, 240 volt. They do custom mats, so if you have a custom bathroom, custom fit, they do that. They do standard mats and 25-year warranty. So it's a great product, second to none. We've been selling it for quite a bit, and our customers come back and they love it. They just tell us how great it is when they get out of the shower and their toes are nice and toasty.
All right, we're staying warm, especially this winter, and we want people to know that you are here for 80 years of service to the greater Hazleton area and surrounding areas, and you offer more than just lighting.
That is correct, yes. We have lighting specialists that could come in and we could talk about the New Heat, we could talk about lighting control, we could talk about accessories. I mean, there's a lot of other things that we offer at Friedman Electric. So come on down and see us. We'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Yeah, use that income tax return money and get something that you will have for the rest of your life inside of your home. Again, we're here every Monday at Friedman Electric on FYI.
Thanks again, Janine. And here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers, everyone. Pick 2, 4, 4. Pick 3, 705. Pick 4, 5486. And pick 5, 51486. We'll talk swimming and diving next on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Kelly Kostaneski is here right now from the Standard Speaker Sports Reporter. Kelly, thank you so much for coming in, because now we have the opportunity to talk about local swimming. We'll also hit on some bowling, and big time this week because the state championships for swimming are starting. We'll have 4 local swimmers out there. One from Hazleton area, Felicia Grego. Felicia's been successfully set for 3 years, 3 straight years at states. What has it been like covering her, really?
It's actually 3 out of 4.
Okay.
She's a senior. The only year she didn't was her sophomore year. But it's really been incredible. She's so dedicated. I talked to Michelle Yakubowski this week, and she said that's the first thing that came to her, that she's so dedicated. Sometimes they have to pull her out of the water. They said, there were times that she was sick and she wanted to be in there swimming, and they were like, no, you have to go home. And she's just so dedicated and works hard, and that was her goal. This was her goal from her freshman year on, to make it to states, and she's done pretty well for herself.
And you said not only just at the Hazleton Area High School, she's had some success also with the YMCA program.
Yes, she swims with the YMCA program, and she's always swimming at their district championships. And last year, she actually made the national championships, which were held in North Carolina. So, I mean, like I said, she just always wants to swim, and she's going to go on and swim for Division II Westchester University.
We have 2 swimmers, Kelly, who are from Marion Catholic High School, and we have Katie Kurzinski and Timmy Dando, and they will be swimming. And the interesting thing about them is they're both independents, and you did a big story on independent swimmers, I think 6 local swimmers choosing to swim for their schools, even though it might be a little bit harder trying to get to districts, get to states, and they had the option where they could have went and aligned with a school like Tamaqua or Mono area, but they chose to swim for their schools. What impressed you really about them? They chose the harder route.
Yes, it's just impressive because, like their coach was saying, sometimes since they're not active swimmers in that meet, they're not swimming for the points in the meet, so they'll just oftentimes swim by themselves just to make the time to qualify them for their district championships. So, and he said, it's just awkward sometimes because they're out there swimming by themselves, and it's hard to have all of your everybody's eyes in the place on one swimmer just swimming for time. So, but they chose to want to represent Marian Catholic, and I think it's very admirable of them.
It seemed like a lot of the swimmers you talked to in this independent story or did the story on, they were swimming at the Y as well, maybe before that or still during to go to practice there.
I think, the YMCA programs are really big. Someone like Felicia Grego has been swimming since she's 3 years old, and that's how that's where these independent kids get to practice at the YMCA. So it's very vital to them. And they get a lot of championship experience when they're able to swim at this YMCA district meet, because it helps them, they're swimming from the time they're 5, 10, 12, it goes all the way up. So they get year after year that championship experience. So when they get to the high school meet, they're not like a deer in headlights. They know how to swim at a big competitive meet.
Kelly, you're very passionate about the local swimmers. It's your beat. Now, were you always interested in swimming? Or did you do swimming? Or is this just you ended up with this beat so you got to know the kids?
I just ended up with this beat and I got to know the kids. And, I like to give coverage to a lesser known sport like that. We're big in this area with baseball, basketball, football. There's so many different sports out there. And it's nice to get to see these kids. They're going to a state championship just like anybody else. And it's really impressive to have them win a district medal and get to swim at a state meet. The state championship meet, for those that wouldn't know, is held at Bucknell University. So they get to swim in a big Division I type pool. It's a huge pool. They have warm down pools. It's really a big thing for them to get to go out there and do this.
Very nice. Well, Kelly will join us once again a little later this week. We're going to talk about bowling, the Hazelton area bowling team, as they get ready. The girls get ready for states and a few individuals. Happy Wing Night. It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. 2 quick announcements for this evening. McCann School of Business and Technology, the Hazelton campus, will be hosting their 10th annual McCann Madness event on Friday, March 13th. This fun competition will take place from 9 a.m. to 1:30 and will teach students about career opportunities. For more information, just call 570-861-0985. And finally, the Anthracite Region Center for Independent Living, known as ARCEL, will be hosting a community conversation on disabilities Thursday, March 12th. Lunch and registration starts at 12:30, and the forum will run from 1 to 3 p.m. ARCEL is located inside the Markle Building in downtown Hazelton. For more information, just call 610-770-9781, extension 141. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Jan Parrish Bonin, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Arrangements are private and under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Clara N. Hunsinger, formerly of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Belts Petrilli Funeral Home. Anna M. Coyce of Hazel Township. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. John P. Kopashi of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Irene Porosky of Hazel Township. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Margaret A. Sterling of Drums. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Linda Rossman of Drums. Linda, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Kelly Kostaneski will be at the state swimming meet bringing coverage for the Standard Speaker, so check out the Standard Speaker for her coverage and her stories. All right, that's it for us on FYI. Take it easy, everyone.